Hello and welcome back to Swing Trading Masterclass by Wealthy Education. In this video, we're going to take a look at those Tweezer top and bottom candlestick patterns and look at them through the prism of not only price action, but adding some indicators. This is the Wells Fargo Tweezer pattern on the daily. And remember, there were a couple other potential candidates. Like this one here, we didn't really break down from. Also, it wasn't at an extended move. This was more or less just right in the middle of consolidation. So those are some of the things you have to keep in the back of your mind. So let's go ahead. This is a daily chart, so let's put some moving averages on it. The first one that I would look at is a 20. And then I would also look at a 50. Now, something that you should be aware of is that they were very flat going in, right? So it's not going to give you as great of a signal, but this candlestick here did slice through the 20 and touch the 50. So that was a real sign that we were going to continue to see a potential move lower. However, when you see moves like this, one of the first things you should look at is, maybe a MACD, because it'll give you an idea as to overbought, oversold conditions. So here we are here, and you've got a cross, and we roll over. Again, pretty quiet trading for quite some time. So it wasn't like the MACD was taking off in one direction or the other. But clearly something had shifted right there. And that's exactly when we started selling. You'll also notice that right about here, there had been previous resistance. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen pair. The first thing that I would point out is that it is overextended by quite a bit. You get the tweezers. You could almost make an argument for triple tweezers, which isn't really a thing, but it would basically tell you the same scenario with three arms there. Body's a little bit long on this one. So let's go ahead and take a look at, let's look at the RSI, because we're going to want to find overbought or oversold conditions. And you can see right there, it was oversold. So that immediately is something that should catch your attention. We also were getting relatively close to a pretty significant support level. So with all of that, I think it's pretty simple analysis to suggest that at the very least we are oversold. Now, Ethereum had an interesting tweezer top here. It was just shy of $250. So that in and of itself will attract a certain amount of attention. But also notice that this was an area that had been important previously anyway. So if you're going to sell off, it's going to be right there, especially after a big move. Again, since it's at the top of a range, we want to see, was the RSI, was it an overbought condition? And it was previously, but remember we had talked about sometimes you see divergence. And that's exactly what we had there. Price was rising, the RSI was falling, and it was still overbought right there. We peeked through there. So that is something to pay attention to. And finally, let's do another moving average. You can see the 9 got violated on the next candlestick. The 20 is going to also be violated. The 9, the 20 are crossing right about there. So plenty of reasons to think that you could have taken all of these trades. Not only the candlesticks, which price action leads the way, but you had support resistance. You had the MACD showing, the RSI showing, divergence, several different things going on at once with all of these charts to give you an idea as to which direction you should be involved.